Cool.
Awesome. So I see I got the thumbs up. So I am so excited, guys. My name is Michelle Fletcher, and I am a huge fitness buff. Like, I just grew up always being active. And so this is a topic near and dear to me. And I'm excited for you all to hear the speakers that will be sharing tonight, and especially from our main speaker, Kendall, because she is just full of so much knowledge. So this community is our Juice Plus community, and we're all about inspiring healthy living around the world and in different ways. I mean, earlier we just had a cooking demo event. We have fitness events. We have all kinds of events to help inspire people to live healthier lives. So this just gets me like so hyped up because it's so good to just continue to learn all the time from people within our community and learn from each other. So I'm excited for you guys to hear all the things that you're going to hear today. And I am going to turn it over to Kendall right now, who is going to get us started.
Well, hi guys. Thank you so much for just letting me participate and be with you all. And I'm so thankful just to be able to do this because I love, just like Michelle, I love fitness and I love being able to compete. And my husband would definitely say I'm very competitive, but I would say my competitive arena has fallen mostly into working out. I love pushing my body. And even just within the past couple of years, I've competed in a lot of different activities from CrossFit. I've done a lot of triathlons and even pushed myself with a half Ironman. So this is definitely my wheelhouse. And even upcoming this year, my husband and I are going to be competing in a bodybuilding show. So we're just all over the field when it comes to being fit. And this is just one of those areas that we're excited because all of us are on different fitness journeys. So some of us are starting out maybe for the first time ever with fitness, and then some of us are going to be maybe further into it. We're looking for ways to improve our technique, get stronger, better. And so let's just jump right in because we're all in different fitness journeys. And I'm going to share my screen so that we can get started talking about how to just optimize. So right here, let me make this, let me make you guys tiny so it's not in there. Okay. So the thing that we're going to talk about tonight is learning how nutrition can fuel and optimally give us the best performance at any age in our fitness journey. And so we're going to be talking about how we can fuel for fitness. And the cool thing is fitness and being able to exercise is universally for everyone. All of us need to exercise, whether you're a weekend warrior and you love doing Tough Mudders, or you're an amateur athlete like me, or you're a professional athlete. Maybe we have some pros on here. Maybe you're a mom who is just trying to keep up with her kids and even trying to help your own kids be healthy and fit too. We just all need to exercise. And what we're gonna really look at tonight is how to use exercise, how to get that key performance and longevity from actually our food. So we're going to look at the need versus calories when it comes to the value of our food. We're going to look at fuel, recovery, and protection. So just looking at exercise as a whole, we live in a really awesome country that offers access to gym memberships, online training, and even with COVID, we are still able to just get outside and exercise. It's so readily available to us right now. There are tons of wonderful benefits of exercise. You know, just from maintaining weight or even weight loss, you can also reduce risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. Exercise is even just great for your immune system. It makes you happy, it releases endorphins. But the thing is, many of us believe if I move more and train longer hours, that will be the key to success. Problem is, we miss out on how to actually fuel ourselves to optimize performance. So we're really going to get back to food, back to nutrition. And then even just looking at our country with all of these gym memberships, all the availability to exercise, shockingly, we are still really unhealthy. You know, it's crazy. 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes by 2050. And then 1 in 5 children is obese. You know, I'm not okay with this at all, especially this last statement about how our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. Let that sink in. And then even too, guys, even if you are trying to be healthy and you're exercising, we also run up against another problem with how our food quality is decreasing. So more than 50% of what Americans eat is processed. And that's a huge problem because our processed foods have preservatives, flavor enhancers, emulsifiers, synthetic vitamins, growth hormones. There's less nutrition in that food. There's pesticides, trans fats, artificial colors. I mean, just so many things that we don't want to eat. And then if you even are trying to be healthier and looking for more whole foods, even if you go into the produce section, your broccoli could lose 50 to even 80% of the key nutrients before you purchase it. But guys, don't worry, there are ways that we can still be healthy. And of course, we already talked about, you know, we're going to emphasize exercise and even getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. That's going to optimize your health, managing your stress. So releasing, bringing down those cortisol levels, drinking more water is super important too. Take your own body weight. Just for an example right here, take your body weight and then divide it by 2. That number is how many ounces of water you'll want to get every day. And if you're exercising, you'll want that number plus more. You also can use safer products to stay healthy. And then the last one, the one that we're really going to get on, is eating real food. That's going to be the key to the most success that you can get out of this. Okay. So when it comes to our food, we're going to be talking about calories. We've all heard that word, and calories equal energy. So if you're working out, you need fuel to build muscle, to recover. But you know, again, what fuel is best and how does it help us perform better? Well, guys, let's talk about whole foods. We have 2 spectrums here, and we want to definitely fall more on the left side. So we've got whole foods from plants, fruits, vegetables, from animals. Anything that is just one product is a whole food. And then we have the other side, the left side, which is processed foods. And so we want to definitely be getting whole food sources. And here's why. So when it comes to our overall health in the gym, we have performance. Performance equals fuel plus recovery plus protection. And fuel comes from your calories. It comes from your stored carbs and fats. Recovery, that's replacing carbs, proteins, getting enough water and sleep. And then protection. Protection is mostly going to come from your nutrients and foods that are proven to come from fruits and vegetables. Guys, I love this. I think this is probably the coolest part of this whole entire talk tonight. Did you guys know that recovery happens within your food? So after a workout, you have this optimal window of 45 minutes to rebuild muscle most effectively. The thing is when you work out, you are stressing out your body. You're putting it under tension, you're pushing it, you're running, you're stressing your body. And what happens is when you stress your body, it begins to break down DNA, breaks down cells, and also proteins. You're releasing more free radicals in your body, which is part of the aging process. And you're also compromising your immune system. But here's the good news. Rebuild good DNA and cells, and we do that with nutrition. So we've got this tool, and I think even this cool picture on here shows it, that you can build your DNA up with fruits and vegetables, and it's going to be stronger, better, it's going to recover faster. And so ultimately, let's think about which body do you want to be? Do you want to be on the left side, built up of processed, brown, colorless foods? Or do you want to be built up on the right side, which is fruits and vegetables and lively foods that are going to give you energy? And just even as a side note, we live in a super marketed country. You know, there are marketing fads. The moment you walk in the grocery store, and they're screaming at you health and athletic performance and longevity. You know, things like protein powders, they'll say build muscle, and energy drinks that say added vitamins and protein bars, cholesterol free, or sports drinks, 0 sugars, you know, even down to fat burners that promise you that you're going to lose weight now. Well, something that I really hope that you guys take to heart and just think about when you go shopping is supplements are not regulated the same as food. So the responsibility of a supplement falls on the manufacturer to ensure that their products are not hazardous. You know, and that's really putting a lot of faith on a company. And a lot of times they do not have research backing up this product to help you lose weight or help you build muscle. It's not held up by any other source other than that company's name backing it up. So take that to heart. And a reason why I bring that up too is we're going to talk about multivitamins, and multivitamins are another way that people try and fill in that gap for nutrition and for recovery, for fitness. And 70% of Americans are trying to fill the gap with a multivitamin. A multivitamin, though, has only a few isolated nutrients. An apple has approximately 10,000 phytonutrients working in synergy, working for you, and it's packaged perfectly, and it tastes really good too. And the thing that's even crazier is that research shows that isolated vitamins may actually do more harm than good. And so this is where my story comes into play. So that is a picture of me when I was crossing the finish line at the Ironman race. So proud of that moment. But 2 months into my training, actually even before, when I first started getting into my training, I was that 70% of Americans trying to fill the gap with a multivitamin. I knew that I needed some sort of way to compromise and help my body not shut down with all the training I was doing. I wanted to find a way to recover faster, to heal better. And so I looked towards a multivitamin, and I was prescribed over 25 of them per day by my doctor, who said, this is the best way, you're going to have the best results. Take these every single day. I had this cereal bowl of vitamins that I was taking. And this is the crazy news. And I share this because it's my story, and it's what I felt, and I know it's to be true. But I was taking all these multivitamins, and with that, I was also getting a body scan. Body scan is just a really special way of saying I was checking my cell walls through these electrical currents. And when I went in for a check to make sure that my cell walls were maintaining their thickness, that I was staying healthy. And my doctor was so disappointed. He came back with the worst news. And he was like, Kendall, your cell walls are rapidly thinning from you overtraining. Are you taking those multivitamins? Are they working? And what we found out was that my cell walls were just thinning by day by day, but the multivitamin was not filling in the gap that I needed. And if I continued down that path of not getting whole food nutrition, by race day, my immune system would have been so compromised. And this happens to tons of different athletes out there. They get to the race day, they're overtrained, they're tired, they're worn out, they have not been eating enough whole foods. And then a common cold just wipes them out as if it was a flu. And so cell wall thickness, having a strong immune system is so important. And right here, looking at oxidative stress and antioxidants is exactly what was going on with my body. And so the bad news is there is a thing called oxidative stress. And that happens through working out, through everyday living, through breathing. We are all continually, day by day, oxidizing. And oxidative stress is just, it's the aging process. And so the good news, though, is that we have antioxidants, and those are found in fruits and vegetables, and they protect our cells from oxidative stress. This is the best news ever. I love this information. So if we look at this apple right here, we see that there are two sides to it. One side is brown and wrinkly. That is the side that has been left out in the open air and is now starting to age and decompose. The other side is clean and fresh, and that had lemon juice put on it. And that is showing how one side is being slowly protected over time It's not going to age as rapidly or quickly. And again, is using antioxidants to prevent that. So guys, this is the big deal. We want to focus on food instead. We want to focus on plants, which are proven to protect and support our overall health. And when we even think about our health, health is 20% fitness. So if you're working out 1 to 2 hours a day, that's only 20% of your overall health. And the other part, the 80%, is left up to nutrition. So I don't care how fast you can run, you cannot ever outrun your fork. So whole food overview. Let's take a look at just again what we need to refuel our bodies. The average adult is recommended to get 7 to 13 fruits and vegetable servings a day. A serving is your fist right here. So if you hold up your fist, that is 1 serving of fruits and vegetables. Now, if you are an athlete or you're working out, you are recommended to get 9 to 17 fruits and vegetables a day, 9 to 17. And the reason why that number is higher is, again, back to that picture of the apple with oxidative stress. If you're working out, you're oxidizing your body more. So you need more protection from fruits and vegetables to maintain and slow down the oxidizing process. The other things that are recommended are lean protein, and you can get those from fish, legumes, soy and poultry, also from fats. So get your fats from as many plants as possible, like avocados, oils, nut butters, and even just walnuts or almonds. And then even thinking about complex carbs, which are harder to break down. They take longer, they stay in your system, like oatmeal, brown rice, barleys. Those are all great. And then even again, back to that micronutrition, we cannot leave this out. You want to make sure you're getting fruits and vegetables because those are going to give you the key nutrients. So guys, I beg you, I hope that this gives you guys a great perspective of seeing your food differently. You know, these oranges are so valuable. We got to start seeing them as sexy and protective. They are the vision of fitness. So your food can do more than just fill up your stomach, right? It can protect you. It can strengthen your immune system. It can give you key nutrition, slow that aging process down from all the oxidizing that you do at the gym. There are minerals and phytochemicals, and they help you just rebuild better DNA, stronger, better, muscular DNA. And then again, it's going to help you recover faster. So I'm going to pass this off to my other friend, and she is going to share this wonderful product that we're really excited about.
Thank you, Miss Kendall. This is Sandy. Hi, everyone. I am so excited tonight to get to share with you what I feel is the most amazing tool in the entire world. I started eating this 8 years ago myself when I found out about it, and I have not missed a day ever since. So you're probably wondering, what is Juice Plus, right? It is a super simple way to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet every single day. So I don't know about you guys out there, but I work for the company. I grow my own fruits and vegetables, but on the daily, I really have a hard time getting the recommended daily serving, which is about 10 servings per adult. And I usually like to tell people, if you just hold up your fist and think about it, look at your fist, everyone is a different size. Each person's fist is the size of 1 serving. So did you eat about 10 of these per day for women? I didn't. I know. I'm on vacation. I'm actually in Aruba. Yikes. So if you think about it, for an athlete, which is the focus of this conversation, they say over 16 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries every day. Can you imagine that? One of my girlfriends often says she'd have to be a stay-at-home vegetarian to eat that much. I just can't even think about it. So the amazing thing about Juice Plus, again, is that it's just simple fruits, vegetables, and berries that have been blended, then slowly dehydrated to take out the salt, the sugar, and the water through a low cooling process that leaves all the phytonutrients super nutritious and active. And it turns it into what I call a produce concentrate powder. So you're probably wondering, how the heck do they do that, right? It's pretty amazing. It's a proprietary process. And what's amazing is Juice Plus has been working with farms forever. And these are family-owned farms that make sure that there's nothing in our products that are not on the label. So you're not going to find any fertilizers, pesticides, mold, mildew. as Kendall mentioned earlier, there's a lot of supplements out on the market that don't have things that are in the product actually listed on the label, so they can actually be harmful. And that's not the case with Juice Plus, which is something that I think is so important for myself and my family. So we work with farms across the country, as I mentioned, and within 24 to 40 hours of the super most vine ripened, nutritious fruit, vegetable, or berry that's picked, it's actually either flash frozen or it goes through the blending process. So I think that's pretty cool too, because it's not like they pick the most beautiful apple or the prettiest orange off the tree and then ship it across the country for 2 to 3 weeks to the grocery store and then get on your shelf. I love the example that Kendall used earlier about the broccoli. Can you imagine losing 50 to 80% of the nutrition? So when we're eating fruits and vegetables from the supermarket, if you think about it, my gosh, I mean, that's why we have to eat so many, right? Remember, it used to be 5 a day and now it's 10. Oh my goodness. So the plant powders are completely amazing. They're super nutrient dense. I mean, you're not going to find anything like this out there, not even on your grocery store shelves, in my opinion. Not to mention, we also have our omegas, which I think is a whole other story we're going to talk about also, but my goodness, I learned so much when the omegas came out, and I had never taken an actual vitamin in my life before. So I can't imagine, as Kendall mentioned, taking a cereal bowl full. Oh, I'll freak out. But I actually do take the omegas, and I have noticed such a difference in myself as well. So I love it. It serves really as a catalyst to better health for my family. And I absolutely appreciate it because even I have 2 younger kids. Even my children crave real fruits and vegetables. And it's because we're getting that whole food nutrition into our body every single day, which naturally starts making us crave the real thing. So the second tool that we have that I absolutely love as well is our Complete. Oh, I'm sorry. So here's a quick picture of all 30 fruits and vegetables that are in our Juice Plus. And if you have a chance, take a screenshot, because let me tell you, you're not going to eat things like this in off of your grocery store shelves and in your home. I mean, I personally don't laugh, but I had never eaten half of the things on here. In fact, one of my girlfriends just recently was talking about mangoes, and I'm almost embarrassed to say I'm from South Florida, and I had never eaten a real fresh mango. I have them in my smoothies all the time, but they're frozen, right? That's how you buy them in the grocery store, and they're just so delicious. So I'm thankful to say I can eat all 30 of these every single day. So the next tool is our Complete Shake. And I know, as Kendall mentioned earlier, there's so many protein powders out there on the market, but let me tell you, I can honestly say I myself did a personal research study of over 13 different ones. And the first thing I'm going to tell you, definitely it's an amazing shake, but the first thing I'm going to tell you is it tastes better, literally, than anything on the market. And the added benefit, of course, is that it's vegan, it's made with non-GMO ingredients, it's gluten-free, dairy-free. And I love to tell people we're dairy-free and gluten-free before it was cool to be gluten-free and dairy-free. There's 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, and it's a low glycemic food. So if you think about it, if you're eating enough protein with enough fiber, it balances out. So actually, I've heard it compared to the low glycemic level of actually a broccoli, which I think is amazing. So some of the ingredients we have in there, again, are super delicious and amazing. Things that you probably eat every single day, right? Like amaranth, pea, alfalfa sprouts. Not. So I absolutely love the fact that we can get those every single day in our diet. And, I have a 1-year-old myself, and she eats multiple things throughout the day, including not only our shake, which we've been drinking for 8 years. We have a chocolate peanut butter every single day. And honestly, before I started with the company, I had never even tried a protein shake before. So the fact that this one is so delicious, and I went on and did the research for so many other ones, wow, I can't even tell you how delicious it is. We don't only make protein shakes, we're actually traveling now, as I mentioned, and I travel with my own, we call them chocolate muffins, because that just sounds better, right? Chocolate muffins. I make cookie dough bars, I make almond butter hearts, and you probably think I have some strange name for these things, but I have kids, right? So you got to sell what you're making for them, because if I told them I had quinoa with amaranth and broccoli sprouts, it'd be like, what the heck is this, right? But it's so nutritious, and it really is delicious. And I mean, I have my friend Jules who's coming up next, and she's going to tell you all of the really important reasons why it's not only good for your family to eat, for yourself to eat, but as athletes, how important it really is for you.
Hey guys. Kendall, can you just go back to that? Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, you guys, my name is Jules Kilker. I live in South Florida, and I am a personal trainer, group exercise instructor, fitness enthusiast. And I just want to take you back 10 years ago when I was introduced to Juice Plus. It made so much sense to me. The shakes, not so much. I love how, like Kendall says, no way. Like I was a big meathead. You guys can raise your hands if you relate. If you're a gym head, you go to the gym all the time, you love to lift or work out. Whey protein was kind of one of those things that you just did. You didn't question. And so I said yes to Juice Plus, no thank you to the Juice Plus shake. Well, here was the problem. The whey protein shakes or any other protein shake that I would drink, first of all, it's easy. That's why I did it. Second of all, it gets that nutrition into your blood a lot faster than eating a meal. That's another reason I did it, to just fuel my body faster after I would work out hard. But the whey protein shakes would not only make me gassy, but they would leave me bloated and they tasted awful. So I hung around these juicy people long enough, and I started kind of looking at how they were living, how they looked, how they felt. And I thought maybe there's something to these shakes. And I did my own research because I was a little bit, skeptical, like maybe some of you listening right now. And so I did a ton of research on the shakes. And what I found was a plant-based diet is so much better for you and so different than anything I had ever heard. So I really had a mind shift and I started drinking the complete shakes. And here's what I can tell you guys. I felt so much better. I did not have bloating. I did not have gas after I drank them. Here's the other thing. Pretty soon after I started popping the Juice Plus capsules, I started popping out babies. And a lot of those shakes on the market are not safe for pregnant mamas, for breastfeeding mamas, and they're not safe for kids. And so that was huge to me. The Juice Plus is safe for all of those, womb to tomb, and the shakes are good for that as well. And so I just want to amen everything Sandy said and just put my stamp of approval, even though the company already has that with an NSF seal of approval, as a trainer on the Juice Plus shakes. And please, if you haven't tried them, they're so good. And I drink one every day. My kids drink them. They ask for them. They kind of freak out. I mean, you could say we're completely addicted to the Juice Plus Complete. So, okay, that's my little spiel for the Juice Plus Complete. But I do want to talk to you guys about the omegas. So one thing that I never took was omegas because most of the time they left a fishy aftertaste or fishy burps after I would take them. I did know they were important. But did you guys know that omegas aren't just important? You might know some of the mainstream thing that omegas are really good for, like brain health or joint health. A lot of athletes take it for their joints, and it really is good for all those things. But it's also really good for depression and anxiety, your vision health. It's really good for sleep and skin health. And so I will just tell you right now, the Juice Plus omegas were a game changer once I started taking them. And it was almost like my, after having 3 kids, you kind of have mom brain fog all the time, and that completely lifted. So I love our Juice Plus omegas. And why are they different? Why can I take these? There's no fish. Did you know that the omegas that are out there on the market that are quote unquote fish oil, they're taken from the fish because the fish eat algae, and that's where the omegas found. Well, we cut out the middle fish. We went straight to the algae. And look at all these other great things that are in our omegas. The sea buckthorn berry. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. If you guys want to learn about that, just look up sea buckthorn berry. It's crazy how they harvest it and how good it is for you. Pomegranate seed oil, raspberry seeds, safflower. I mean, this is such good stuff in a little capsule. And I just love that it's sustainable. We're not killing tons of fish. If you guys knew how they harvested those fish to get those fish pills, you probably wouldn't eat them or take them. And here's another really cool thing. My kids stick these capsules, the whole entire capsule, in their mouth, and they chew it because it tastes like an orange Julius. They love it. And so it's safe for my babies. And as a mom, I went from one of my most important things being myself and my fitness and how I felt and how I looked, to now it's about my 3 little babies that took Juice Plus while they were in my belly, because I used it as my prenatal, and they got it as soon as they came out, and they've been taking it ever since. And just like Sandy's kids, my kids' taste buds change. They have better taste buds than their friends because they've had this their whole life. But guess what? You can change your taste buds even taking it as an adult. And so that's what happened to me. I did not like fruits and vegetables. Taking Juice Plus, drinking the shake, taking the omegas, I now love fruits and vegetables, things I never liked before. And it's called metabolic reprogramming. And it can happen for me, it can happen for you. So that is my story on the omegas. And then I think we're gonna head to somebody else for, oh, Gloria is gonna talk to you guys. You guys are gonna be blessed to hear from Gloria. Maybe. Gloria, are you there? Or is Michelle talking?
I can share.
Okay, Michelle, you talk.
So like I mentioned in the beginning of this event, I get excited about this topic because for me, fitness and exercise was where I saw the most of the change happen in my health when I started on Juice Plus. And you'll see two pictures of my kids here. But I had always been into fitness. I thought that was the way I was going to help break the cycle of disease that ran in my family. I thought it was through fitness. I didn't know anything about nutrition. And so when I did finally hear this information, it just blew my mind. I was like, wow, I've been missing this component to my overall health. So once I incorporated it, within like the first 3 months, I started to notice that my stamina and my endurance during my workouts improved significantly. And then even my post-recovery workouts. And guys, I'll just share that I used to be like crazy fitness. I'll try anything. I would go from spinning to CrossFit to kickboxing, running, anything people would invite me to, I would try it. So I was constantly just like testing my body and seeing how much I could do. And once I started on Juice Plus, I noticed my recovery from crazy intense workouts was just minimized so much. So then I had kids. Well, I had kids when I started on Juice
Mark,
Plus.
are you excited?
They were babies, and but now they're a little older. They're 10 and 12, and they play pretty much like my son plays every sport out there. We just put him in every sport. And my daughter plays travel soccer along with some other, she also does like flag football at times. So they're two athletes. And I'm just so grateful that I've been fueling their bodies with this nutrition for the past 9 years. Like they've been getting it since they were little. And one day I remember when my daughter played her first year of travel soccer, and her coach said, she was 8 years old. Her coach was like, I feel like you're doing something different than what the other parents are doing, because she just could see like my daughter's ability and her stamina and endurance was just so much more than the other girls on her travel team. And she was just like, I know that you're probably fueling her a lot better than maybe some of the other kids, because her coach also was in the Olympics. So she knew all about fueling your body for performance. So that just made me so happy. I was just like, oh, I'm doing something right. But it's amazing to see like how much they've developed with that nutrition in their bodies. And it gives me a peace of mind because they're not perfect eaters, but I know I am able to bridge the gap with that nutrition. So that is my story. And I'll pass it over to,
I think it's Luke now. He's gonna share.
going to Luke? Okay.
Okay, I'll go. All right, so my name is Luke. I'm married to Kendall, and I'm a firefighter and lifetime athlete. And so I'm going to share with you my story and how it relates to fitness and Juice Plus. So growing up, I've always been really active. I played football throughout grade school. I wrestled. I was on the track and field team. I was into diving and swimming in South Florida. Well, when I was 8, I ran into an obstacle. We were fishing and diving in the Keys, and I had an asthma attack, and I thought I was going to die. I was rushed to the ER. I was put on a bunch of asthmatic medications. Then I stayed overnight. Then I went home, and I went home with a bunch of medications. an inhaler, a new way to breathe. And as a kid, this is a really big deal because I wanted to play all the sports that I was previously playing, and it changed my life. Well, around the same time, my mom had got all the kids on Juice Plus, and after a year of being on the product, I had completely come off of all of my asthmatic medications, and I've been off of them since, and I'm 31 now. So, and I've been on it for over 2 decades. Well, as I've gotten older, I've learned that food is fuel. I've learned that what we put in determines what we get out of our bodies.
No.
And not all calories are created equally. Like Kendall shared, there's over 10,000 different phytonutrients and chemicals, or vitamins in an apple, whereas a multivitamin, if you're lucky, has about 31. So Juice Plus really makes sense to me because I want to rebuild healthy cells. I want to slow down the aging process. I want to get bigger, faster, and stronger. And I want to protect all the progress that I'm currently making. Are we still on?
You're
Okay.
good.
So Juice Plus definitely helps me do that. It's proven to protect DNA. It's proven to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, among other things. And I noticed it specifically with me, as I told you, with asthma, but as an adult, I noticed it specifically with lower back pain, day-to-day energy, and basically never getting sick. So that is a definite plus. And right now we're training for a bodybuilding competition, and I know that as we get deeper into prep and we get to remove a lot of foods and things are going to be real specific, I'm still going to be able to get all these superfoods from Juice Plus and the shakes while I'm basically in a caloric deficit. So that's going to be a big deal. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Luke. My name is Kaylee, and I'm in Richmond, Virginia. And my story started as a really young athlete. I was a competitive gymnast and a competitive cheerleader. And in those two sports specifically, it's talked a lot about what we're supposed to make our bodies look like and not what our bodies are supposed to feel like. And so I was taught everything about physical fitness and what they wanted me to look like in uniform. And I was taught nothing about nutrition. And so I was living on sugar. I was living on soda, and anything that I thought was just going to get me through the day. And I'm going to be really honest. I was exhausted. I was sick, and I was grumpy a lot of the time. As an athlete, your schedule is grueling, and I continued that through. I was a D1 collegiate athlete, and our schedules were all over the place. We were traveling all over the country. We were in front of 80,000 fans. We were cheering for 4 different sports, all in the same season, and there was never a time to stop and think about what we were going to eat, and I was exhausted. And then I was introduced to fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and it just made so much sense to me because it was simple, it was doable, and it was affordable. So I said yes right away. And within weeks, I had more energy than I'd had in years as a competitive athlete. I started craving fruits and vegetables instead of having that sugar addiction that I had for so long. And I was drinking water instead of soda. And after that, everything changed for my athletic ability. I'm in my mid-30s now, and I am stronger and faster than I ever was as a competitive athlete. My endurance is so much better than it ever used to be. And people in my gym are looking at me because I'm there all the time, and I never have to miss because I'm sick or exhausted or my joints are hurting. I feel like my body is thriving, and I know that it's a huge, it's been hugely impacted because of simple nutrition that Juice Plus has done for me. So of course I was going to tell other people about it because it was just a no-brainer. Other athletes and other mama friends and everybody that I know just deserves to know this is an option, whether you're fueling yourselves or fueling your young athletes, because life is hard and busy and nutrition doesn't have to be. So thanks for letting me share tonight. And Gloria, I'm going to pass it to you.
she had disconnected.
Well, since we're not getting connected with Gloria, if you pop on, I will let you keep sharing, but if not, that is okay, and I'll just keep sharing from here on. You guys will have to put up.
I'm sorry. I had clicked that and it went back off. I'm not sure what happened. I love techie stuff. So I will go ahead and start. All right. You ready for me, Kendall? Okay. Let me start again. I'm Gloria, and tonight I represent the over 70 crowd, the seniors, and I'm excited to share with you some information, some research pertaining to athletes. So let me say that the Juice Plus company became Exclusive Nutrition 2019. And dozens of members of the national team athletes are among the best in the world. That's CEO Jamie Davis that said that. And volleyball is currently the
Uh-oh. Well, okay, so I'll just keep filling in and hopefully Gloria will pop back on. But guys, this is great news that we've got on here about how our company is paired with some of the best and greatest athletes. We have Olympians that have decided to partner with Juice Plus and are using it in their training at this very time. And it's just really cool that these ambassadors include people like Ricky Prohl and Zane Groth and Winter Vinecki. I mean, all of these are different competitors in different fields, from volleyball to swimming and long distance training. So you can see that this product is able to widely impact different athletes and their skill sets. And what's so cool is that it's not just being backed up with what we are feeling inside of our own bodies, but it's backed up by actual wonderful clinical research that is out there. And this is so great because this has been going on for 25 years of clinical research. And we are in all kinds of different impressive articles and magazines, places that not many different supplements get to ever be published. So we are in the Journal of Nutrition. We're also in Medicine and Sports Science, which for any of us athletes and sport junkies, that's really cool news to know that our product is really supporting athletes. We're also in the Journal of Nutrition. And on top of that too, the research is vast. It's so much that it has covered. It's contributed to cardiovascular wellness. It supports a healthy inflammatory response. It supports your quality of life. You just have a better life when you have more fruits and vegetables. Juice Plus supports healthy cholesterol and LDL. It's great for your healthy lung function, supports healthy skin and gums, supports the immune system, which we talked about even earlier with how great, it's so good to get fruits and vegetables in to support your immune system, helps maintain healthy DNA, reduces oxidative stress, and is actually absorbed into the body, which is called bioavailable. And this is great because, there is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. And that is spoken by Dr. Richard Du Bois, which for me is a local Atlanta doctor backing this product up. And even on top of that, I just want to emphasize that Juice Plus is unique. It is the food. It is not a multivitamin. So we have a food label, no additives, made with non-GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher, dairy-free. All these are wonderful things. It's NSF certified, so that third party that is watching it to make sure that all the products, all the labels, everything that is inside of that bottle is meant to be inside of that bottle and nothing else is added in. There are no contaminants, pesticides, banned substances. And then most importantly, just again, that thing that we addressed, it's researched. It's brand name nutritional product in the world. It's #1. And I stand by that because it has over 35 plus peer-reviewed published clinical research. And so don't take my word for it. Let's also listen to
When
a
you
doctor.
exercise, you feel like you're entitled to eat anything you want. And to a certain extent, I mean, it's okay to go out and treat yourself, but, exercising all the time is not an excuse to go out and, head to the local fast food chain and pig out. You also need to fuel your body for performance. What we're talking about really is the difference between macronutrition, which is eating, the fats, the carbohydrates, and proteins that we're all really familiar with. That's just one aspect of nutrition as it applies to not only good health, but, as it relates to exercise. But it's also the important role of the micronutrition. And you get micronutrition from fruits and vegetables. And so people get those confused. And I like to think of macronutrition as the fuel that makes your engine run. And micronutrition is the oil that continues to make your engine run properly. And, you can't just have macronutrients and expect your engine to run well. Just like you can't put gasoline in a car and not put oil in it, because eventually that engine, it'll continue to run for a while, but it will break down. And our body's engines are basically the same kind of thing. You can put all the macronutrients into it that you want, but if you're not putting micronutrients into it, eventually your engine is going to fail as well. So that's why I recommend Juice Plus for athletes, especially in my type of competition, Ironman competition. But for anybody at any level of physical activity, Juice Plus is going to provide the micronutrition to keep your engine running smoothly, protecting your ability to perform well, not just today, but next month, how about next year, how about 5 or 10 years from now? And that's what Juice Plus is all about, is protecting your performance.
Awesome. So I'll pass this off to Michelle now. She'll wrap us
So
up.
I know, thank you so much, Kendall. And thank you to all the speakers. Amazing stories. I am so sorry that Gloria wasn't able to share, because she actually won the gold medal at the Senior Olympics for pickleball. So she's an amazing athlete herself. So I know she was mentioning that she represents the senior community being active. Hopefully we get to hear from her at another time, but Gloria's amazing. So I know one of the questions I had when I first heard this information 9 years ago was, how much is it going to cost? Even though at the time I didn't really care, I knew how good this was, that I was just like, I'm getting this for me and my kids. But I love the fact that it is so affordable. So if you wanted to get started on Juice Plus today, you can get started on 30 fruits and vegetables for $2.50 per day. Then you can get it free for the kids, which I don't know if we mentioned this, but children are able to get Juice Plus for free with a sponsorship from the person that helped you place your order, and they can get it for free for up to 4 years. So my kids have been a part of this. It's called the Family Healthy Start, and it's a way for us to start to change our children's habits, and getting this nutrition helps them to do that. So talk to the person who invited you onto this webinar about this free for kids, because it's absolutely amazing. And then we also have our complete shake, which is $2.33 per serving. And I say this all the time because in college, I know I just ate so terrible because I was on a student budget. And I wished I had a meal that cost $2.33. Like, this would have been the perfect option for me, because it has everything in it. It was easy on the go. And me and my kids, we love the shake. Like, every day I'm being requested to make the shake. And I know I enjoy mine too. I really feel like it's a treat more than it is like a healthy meal. It feels like dessert for me. And then if you wanted to get started on omegas, it's only $1 a day to get started on the omegas. And I don't know about you, but when I was younger, my mom used to line us up with like cod liver oil to take by the spoonful. And so you have no idea how grateful I am for these plant-based omegas that taste like someone mentioned earlier, like an orange Julius. They're really good. So for $4 or more for this muscle milk you see here, you can get started on Juice Plus. So that is pretty incredible. And I know me and my family, we take everything, and we just consider it a part of our grocery bill, because this type of nutrition, there's no way I could afford to buy all the things that are in this by itself, but I get to do it now with Juice Plus, because it just makes it easy and convenient and really affordable. And so we invite you to join us. You can become a Juice Plus customer and get started and get this nutrition into you and your family. You can decide to partner with us, which is just taking it to the next level of sharing with those around you that you know could benefit from getting more fruits and vegetables in their diet. This is what I did 9 years ago. I knew I couldn't keep it to myself. And I was sharing with so many people that were like, oh my goodness, I can definitely use more nutrition in my diet. And so partnering with us, you can share with a few people, and that can help you to build some side income if that's something that you're looking to do. And we love to lock arms with you, and we just need more people definitely on this mission with us, because there's so many people right now that are looking for solutions. And I feel that Juice Plus is one of the most easiest solutions out there to get concentrated nutrition that is backed by science and that we know that works. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to all the speakers, and good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Of course.
Everyone.
If any of you
Thank
guys
you. Have a good night.
Oh, good night. If any of you guys do have questions, though, make sure you get back to that person who invited you. You know, that person cares about you, and they can help you follow up with any options that you are interested in. And that's just, you know, the best way that I know how to get started, guys. So follow up to that person. Don't forget about that.
Absolutely.
Well, this
Thank you.
is this actually recorded? Can we repost it on our Facebook?
Yes, this is streaming on Plant-Based Power. You can go watch party onto your wall if you want, or into a group. And it's also being aired at 10 o'clock tonight, same line, same password.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much.